Order. Honourable David Cunliffe.
Mr Speaker, it's very, very interesting when the balloon rises to hear from Jerry Brownlee counting references to his good self in my colleague's speeches, just to ensure he's been given the appropriate weighting. Mr Speaker, where is the National Front bench? He may be big, but he's not that big, Mr Speaker. Oh.
Point of order. Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, you know, sir, it's not appropriate to mention members' absences from the House. But it should come as no surprise that when that member's on his speech, no one's here.
Order. Order. The last part didn't help the Minister himself. The member full well knows that it's not appropriate, but I'm not saying that he did. He knows the rules and the elections.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. It is
order.
wonderful
I
to
apologise to the member. We have a point of order from the Right Honourable Winston Peters.
The fact of the matter is, Mr Cunliffe did not offend the rules of this House.
Order.
But
Order.
Mr.
Would the member resume his seat? Would the member resume his seat?
Who do you think you are?
That's exactly what I said in when I responded to the point of order. The member was quite within his rights the way he referred to where is the front bench. The member should listen before he rises to his feet. Now, would the Honourable David Cunliffe please start his speech again?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr Speaker. Well, look, Labor's off and running, and we've declared the election campaign has started now, and the National Party's rising to the occasion. Look at them, such a bundle of energy. That's the A-team. If the cap fits, wear it, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, we are ready to run because this is actually a very serious debate between a Labor Party that's revved up and ready to go to protect jobs, grow the pie and close the gaps. And on that side, what have we got? Good old-fashioned crony capitalism. In the last week, we've seen handouts to Rio Tinto over the top of Treasury advice, personally orchestrated by the Prime Minister. We've seen Sky City, where the government has mortgage proper process in order to protect a casino, and problem gambling is on the rise. We've seen the second biggest corporate bailout in New Zealand history with the Chorus deal at $600 million. Mr Speaker, they can't have it both ways, sir. Either they got it terribly, terribly wrong and Kiwis aren't hooking up to their ultra-fast broadband, or they've just done another sleazy deal for their mates. The one that cops it for me is Snapper. Something so humble as the mighty Slapper reveals what this national government is all about. Hail fellow, well met, has been laundered into good fellow, well kept. Because this is not a government focused on building a strong economy that works for Kiwi families. This is a government focused on feathering the nests of its own big business backers. Shame. And there is Minister Bridges, the helium balloon with the perpetual grin, flying too high to the sun. How long will it take for the balloon to pop? Mr Speaker, he's never seen a province he couldn't drill. Well, we're going to take the smile off his face. And what about the smiling faces behind and beside him, Mr Speaker? You know, I think they must be reflecting on the government's economic credibility. That's why they're so happy. They're reflecting on the fact that in 4 years they've never run a surplus. How many? Zero. How many deficits under Labor? None. 9 straight budget surpluses, national 4 straight deficits. Here's another fact they don't like to admit. In the last 30 years under Labor governments, economic growth and job growth has been higher under Labor than under National. Labor is the party to manage the economy. Mr Speaker, around and beside me with much more yet to be announced. There's more good news, but let me draw attention to the Honourable Shane Jones. He has better business networks than the entire National Front bench. The proudly pointy-headed David Parker.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who knows more numbers than Bill English has had hot lunches, right? And Grant Robertson at the front of the scrum, handing it out to these guys with Clayton Cosgrove, Annette King and Jacinda Ardern in support. No wonder they're looking forward to the fight. No wonder they're all here, brimming with enthusiasm. This is a government that looks like a third-term government in its second term. And this is a government on its way out. And we are a government on the way in. Which is why from next week there will be a shadow cabinet and soon a new cabinet. That's right. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker. Honourable Peter Sharples.